How do I feel with Palworld getting more attention than Pokemon has gotten in the last 10 years? I think gamers are suckers. I think they've always been suckers, and they're always going to be suckers. Let me explain. All of this, everything we're doing, this is marketing. The developer, Pocket Pair, they know that controversy sells games. People have pointed to their previous game being a game about someone using AI to generate art. That wasn't any big pro-AI statement. Generative AI was just a hot topic. And so they made a game about that topic and let the controversy and outrage raise awareness for it, even though the game's mechanics were decent at best and shallow at worst. From an objective standpoint, Palworld is okay. It is a pretty decent proof of concept early access alpha. Melds together stuff from a lot of different genres. There's a lot of Ark in there. There's a lot of Conan Exiles in there. There is some Pokemon in there. There's some Fortnite in there. There's some Breath of the Wild in there. And that's neat. But neat doesn't give you millions in sales numbers. Controversy gets you millions in sales numbers. It was really clear a year ago that they were marketing this as Pokemon with guns, which isn't entirely accurate marketing, but much like their AI business sim, it's shocking marketing. It got people to take notice, which is the first and hardest step when it comes to marketing a video game. That meant that games journalists were going to check it out before it came out, instead of just letting it slip under the radar like so many other games that have tried to do similar things to what Palworld has done in the past. And when the game's early access turned out to be okay, that was enough to get people to buy it, which then angered the people who thought it was just going to fade into the background. And then as people rushed to Pokemon's defense, or people rushed to Palworld's defense against Pokemon, more and more people choose a side, and you get more videos like this. And we all fell for it. And I don't particularly feel bad about falling for it. I mean, this ends up promoting my channel as well. And I'm using it as an opportunity to inform people more about how the game industry works. But make no mistake, there's nothing controversial about this game. It's manufactured. It's not a major innovative release that's coming to threaten Pokemon's throne. And it's not a soulless AI-driven asset flip. It's neither extreme. The reality is more boring, but boring games don't sell. There's no such thing as bad publicity, after all. And this might put a bad taste in your mouth, but it's done all the time, even by respected companies in the gaming industry. Heck, I did it by phrasing it as gamers are suckers at the beginning of this video. I could have led with, this is a manufactured controversy, which would make people have less of an emotional reaction, and then fewer people would stick around to see the video. I think one of the most notable examples is Persona 3. Don't get me wrong, Persona 3 is an amazing game, but Persona 1 and 2, and the entire Shin Megami Tensei series as a whole, was largely unknown in the West when Persona 3 was coming out. And Persona 3 rode a wave of controversy to popularity, because its magic animations had high school students shooting themselves in the head with guns. That was enough to make people take notice, and then the gameplay, which was good but was not as good as Persona 4 and 5, was enough to make it stick around. And once you grab that initial base, then you can do more with your sequels. So Persona 4 and 5 didn't have people shooting themselves in the head, and did okay, because now it was selling itself on what people like about the game. Palworld's gonna be similar. This is a game that most people wouldn't have taken notice of, but now that people have, due to controversy, it has a chance to wow you with its gameplay and content. And I don't think it's there yet, but it's in early access. And now that so many people have bought the early access game, Pocket Pair has more money to increase their dev budget, which will make it more likely to succeed. This will make the people who supported it now say, look, I told you it was always good. But in actuality, if they didn't get the extra budget by this surge of popularity, they probably wouldn't be able to put the content that they're going to put in. And since it's so fundamentally different from Pokemon in genre, the people who are diehard Pokemon supporters who hate Palworld will say, look, the game still sucks when it comes out fully. Everyone's opinion is validated, everyone continues to be angry, and Pocket Pair makes a bunch of money. It is a story that has been repeated time and again in the gaming history, and it's not gonna stop. This has happened for movies too, see Snakes on a Plane, and books, and plays, and music. Just look at the history of heavy metal, or rap, or any genre. Controversy turns good stuff great, and great stuff into blockbusters. It lets good projects that would otherwise go unnoticed, get noticed, and take off. As far as Palworld goes, that's mission accomplished. So yeah, what do I think about Palworld getting more attention than Pokemon has gotten in the last 10 years? I think Pocket Pair did a good job making a controversy that both sides really care about.